tomorrow. But please give it up for this lovely Mary.
How y'all doing this evening? Okay, I have a question. How many of you all in here feel like you're not loved? And be honest, don't be scared. So the rest of y'all just on point. Y'all, parents got it, and all of that. Okay, all right. Well, let me see. I'm gonna start with this. I was a nerd in school, okay? But with that wasn't enough for me. I felt like I wasn't loved. I became a teen parent at the age of 16. I had my second, matter of fact, I graduated pregnant with my second son. And I'm not telling you all this to gloat, but I'm telling you all this for a reason, and you'll see in a moment. I loved school. Loved it to the point that school for me was my solace. School for me was where I wanted to be. I didn't want to go home because, again, I felt like I wasn't loved. So getting up every morning, getting ready for school, I was jumping out the bed. I was ready. Now, 8th grade, we moved to the city. And everybody wanted to fight me because I was a nerd. They couldn't have it any other reason, but she's a nerd. I'm like, really? Why you gonna fight me? Because you're doing your homework. That's real cute. But, needless to say, I never had any fights. But, graduated high school, pregnant with my second son, had him August, graduated, June, had him August. I went straight into the work environment. I had no choice. Actually, at one point, if it wasn't college, I wanted to go into the Army. I wanted to follow behind my father. Couldn't do that because I had to work. I had 2 kids to feed besides myself. There was no support system that was saying, well, you go and do what you need to do and finish college and do whatever. No, I had to work. At the age of 18, I was working 2 jobs. I worked it. My first job was Jules. I got that at 16. The minute I graduated, I sat in a McDonald's and I was hired on the spot. At least 3 to 4 days a week, I worked there from 5 in the morning to 5 in the evening. The other days, if I worked early, I left there, I went to Jules and finished up about midnight. Did I have a life? It was okay. It wasn't what it could have been. Now, let's see. That was my first 2 sons. I had my third son, had to be about 20, 21, something like that. Still in the work environment. I want to say this though. Every place that I worked, I went in with the zeal that I was not going to just do. I've never been in a company where I was not either promoted by them just seeing what I do, or me going for something and they saying, okay, we got you. But it wasn't easy because guess what? I had no degree. All I had was the experience to show them that I wanted to do something better. That's all I had. I decided to go back to college at the age of, right at 40. Tomorrow I'll graduate with my associates.
Woo!
Now, here's the not so fun part. I want you all to understand, go to school while you can. Possibly free it all off your parents. Because when you get to be an adult, where all the bills are on you, when you get to be an adult where you have others that you're responsible for, when you're going to work, doing your 9 to 5 or whatever your hours are, and you're leaving work. I literally was going to school 4 days a week, but that was after leaving a job. I worked 7 to 4, and my job was pretty lenient working with my schedule. But I left Elmhurst, Illinois, if any of you know where that's at, but if you don't, let's go to the west suburbs, at 4 o'clock, 4 days a week, and I tracked sometimes for 2 hours, depending upon the traffic, to get to Kennedy King. It's days that I was so frustrated just from driving to school that I wanted to quit. But I didn't, because this was something that I always wanted to do. I always wanted to go to college. I decided that I was going to go to college. I have 3 sons. They're all grown. They get to see their mom walk across the stage tomorrow. And at first I was just like, oh, it's just something I want to do. But they have so much excitement in them for me that now I'm excited. Everybody, you know, all of my P.O.E.T sisters and brothers have so much excitement for me that now I'm excited. But understand, don't wait until you're 40. Not to say that you can't, but don't wait if you don't have to until you're 40 to do what you can do while you're 20. Your mind ain't as sharp either. Those math classes was killing a sister. I'm just saying. I could read and write anything for you. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm a procrastinator sometimes when it comes to my writing, but when it's time, and like she said, you know, if they tell you give you 350 words, I'll give you 1,000. I'm gonna get an A if it's something I gotta write. Now that math problem, I might sit there and pull my hair out. I had a professor get upset with me because she asked us what do we feel about math. And I told her I thought that it was cruel and unusual punishment. So, needless to say, she put me through some stuff for about a month. But it was the truth for me. But what it was that I allowed math to get to me instead of me really seriously trying to figure it out. So what I did was I started grabbing the smart people. Yeah, let's work on this. I help you write your paper if you help me with this math.
Part of that.
That's right. Man, you don't understand what I went through. So at 40, and I'm 44 by the way, just so y'all know, it took me 4 years to get this associate's. Oh, nothing at all. I love my age. But I'm 44 by the way. So if, you know, between the age of 40 and 44, when my mind is really not on trying to figure out X 2 plus 2 times Y and all that, I'm like, why do we need to have letters and numbers in the same equation? That's where I was at, y'all. I'm being serious. But I probably could have taken it on better when I was 20. Because now my mind is focused on, okay, I gotta make sure I go to work every day so I can pay the rent. I gotta pay the car note because I need to get back and forth to work. I had kids that I had to take care of at the time when I started college. Yes, my youngest son was in high school. And I was like, oh, I gotta get in school before he graduates because this ain't gonna look good. And y'all know what happened? He graduated and he went to NIU for a year. And guess what? We was taking some of the same classes. Now, ain't that something? I'm like, what in the world? Couldn't cheat though because, you know. But yeah, we were taking some of the same classes. We actually majored in the same thing, which is business management. But, you know, I just want you all to think about the fact that right now, life is the easiest that it's going to be. The easiest that it's going to be. It may seem hard to you all because of hormones and because of peer pressure, but right now, life is the easiest it's ever going to be. It's not ever going to get easier. It might seem like it's, you know, going smoothly, but it's not ever going to get easier because right now, the pressure is not on you to make all of the decisions. The only decisions you all should be making right now is what college am I going to? What do I want to possibly do when I get older? But when you're combining that with, I have a child to take care of. When you're combining that with, I have bills to pay. When you're combining that with, I have to ensure that not only myself but my children have a safe place to live. I have to make sure that we can eat.